It's a long time since I made tips and tricks videos about Olympus cameras. 5 tips and tricks coming up. Hi there, my name is Peter Vuoskaar and I am a professional photographer from Helsinki, Finland. And before we start going through those 5 tips, please consider subscribing to my channel and hit the bell so you get notified when there is a new video online. My channel is all about you getting to be a better photographer, and this time 5 tips and tricks about Olympus cameras. The first one is about OI Share app. It's a great app for remotely controlling your Olympus camera, but it can be used for something else too. When you press this, you can get access to the manual on the registered camera. It depends on what camera you have registered to OI Share app. You can get the manual for the camera. It's a PDF that you can scroll with your phone or any other mobile device. And also it has some tips and tricks about using the camera. Likely have the phone with us when we're out shooting. So why not using it like this? If you have some things that you need to refresh your memory, then you just open up the app and go through the things that it can offer for your camera. And remember, there are not all, but most of the Olympus cameras available on this app, as you see here. Very handy way, and I've been using that. The reason I'm making this tip video is that all these tips are things that I have found out lately. So, you know, even though the cameras I use every day, but still almost every day I learn something new. And these are the 5 most useful things that I've found out recently. And the second one is using the AF limiter. This one has come up several times in my videos already, but I just wanted to tell you this again. Some Olympus cameras have a AF limiter where you can limit the area or the distances where the AF will only try to find the subject. And this is great way of limiting the AF area if you're photographing something that is in a distance. Let's say that you know that the birds are flying 150 meters away. You can limit the AF from 100 to 200 meters, so it won't focus on the background. It will only try to find the subject in that limit, and it will make the AF a bit faster since it doesn't have to figure out the whole area from closest focusing distance to infinity. It can nail the focus on only on that area, and it can be done with many things that you know approximately how far your subject is. And there are several settings that you can pre-set, and then you can just take them into use. And remember that you can store these also to custom settings, so that if you want to access them fast, then you just turn the mode dial to that particular custom mode where you have assigned those limits for your AF. And then the third one is about the leveler. I've been using leveler as a power button, but lately I have been using it for switching between stills and videos, because I've had some gigs that I need to shoot stills and video at the same time, or not the same time, but in the same gig, you know, same situation, some stills and then some video footage. Of course, it's a bit hard because it's a bit different thing, but it can be done. And switching my camera from still mode to video mode is easy with the leveler switch. Just switch it with the thumb, and then I'm on video, and then on this settings I'm back on stills, and it will have all the basic settings that I have set for my stills and videos. Very handy if you need to switch between stills and video quite quickly, and it can be used with on your travels when you might want to take a photograph, and then you want to have a piece of video or short clip of video. Well, very handy way. And then another thing that I haven't been using before is custom folder naming. And this is very handy if you have different subject on a shoot. You might want to switch the folder where they store those images, or where the camera store those images, or you might have a folder for every different day that you're shooting. I know there is the EXIF data which has the date, but I have found this really quick way of transferring my images to Lightroom, for example. I just select the folder that I have the images, and I might have the images from previous day in the another folder. And I know you can use only upload new photos, but sometimes it's if you have a lot of images, it's the slower way. Just clicking the proper folder makes it a lot faster. This is just a handy way of being organized. Have you ever wanted to spend a week just photographing? Guess what? You can do it in Helsinki in August 2020. We're having a workshop with Matti Sulanto. And there he is, the man himself. So if you want to find out more, follow our YouTube channels and our social media accounts. More to come about the program and everything else. It's going to be exciting, right? Se on siinä. And then the last, and I think the best one, is LiveND, but not using it because you want that blurry water, but using it for noise reduction. Yes, you heard it right. I had a online thing on the World Photography Day. That was the 19th of August. And that was for Olympus Finland, or OM-D as Nordic Finland, whatever. And that was about computational imaging, which is, of course, an interesting topic. And I was going through the LiveND, and then all of a sudden I realized, or remembered actually, that it can be used for noise reduction because it stacks images. It will stack set of images, and when you're stacking images with different opacity, like the LiveND does, it will reduce noise quite a lot. So that's another good way of using LiveND. Unfortunately, LiveND is only available on EM1 Mark III and EM1X. The reason is that it needs a lot of processing power, and the processor is powerful enough in these two cameras. Have you used any of these things, or will you use any of these things or these tips and tricks in your shoot? And if you have any tips and tricks, please let us know in the comments down below. And here are some more videos about tips and tricks that I have made for you guys to make your photography easier. But hey, thanks for watching, and bye for now.